What is up, tennis players? Let's go over how to hit hard, wide tennis serves. This is a really good one. Sure, maybe you can fluff it out wide to your opponent, but what's the point of pulling them off the court if they're just going to hit a winner on it? And on the other side, if you want to be able to attack their weakness, say for example a backhand out wide, sometimes you're better off going harder to their strength rather than fluffing it out to their weakness. Okay, let's show you the mechanics that are involved and then take you through a couple quick drills that are really going to help make this stuff click. So hopefully one thing you get is that to hit any hard short angles, you need to be able to hit a forward rotation on the ball. I tell my students, just think of the racket without you touching in space. It doesn't matter if it's a backhand short hard angle, a forehand short hard angle, or a serve, you need the racket to be traveling up and out towards your target. So for the serve, for example, the first thing we want to talk about is slightly unextending the arm. You don't want to be at full extension if you're trying to hit hard out wide serves because there's no room to go up. If you look at my arm starts to straighten, my racket's traveling straight up, and as the higher I get, the harder it is to get it to continue to go up. So one thing we'll notice by great hard out wide servers is the contact is slightly on the inside of the hand while the racket's still traveling up. One thing I strongly recommend is get a camera at least 60 frames per second. I'm sure your iPhone can do it, and go out and film yourself. These things are so subtle. Go ahead and stop yourself at contact and make sure contact for your spin serve is on the inside of the hand, not above and definitely not out wide. Now, there's a lot of confusion around this second idea, where the racket needs to drop and then come around the side and line up with the ball in the target. If you're familiar with OnlineTennisInstruction.com's content, they call this the racket coming around and aligning with the right side. Now, I help them, they're my partners, and if you're not familiar with their content, they have the largest online library of just amazing tennis content. Use my link in the description for their all access pass to see everything. It's $30 off. But basically what that does is it allows you to get compression on the ball because it's the arm turning which gives you compression, and it's the arm straightening which gives you your spin. So you really need to see this thing from two planes. And I'm going to put in a cherry picker view of the serve here now. It's not exactly an out wide serve, but you can definitely see how that racket comes away from the back and lines up. The problem is I see a lot of people promoting that the racket comes from the back and that the racket just comes straight across the ball. I equate that to swinging straight up on a forehand. Sure, you'll get spin, but it's not going to go anywhere. So what happens is that racket has to drop, come around to the side, line up with the ball and your target, and then as you're turning, you're getting compression, and as you're straightening, you're getting spin. So the first drill you can do to work on this is utilize your Topspin Pro. Again, this is my favorite training aid for learning spin because it doesn't only rotate, but it lets you compress and rotate. So you can make the ball spin. And very simply, put the ball to spin in the direction that you want it to go, to where it's going there with rotation, you're hitting up, and then figure out what do you got to do over your head in order to compress it through and make it spin. And what you're going to notice is you're going to start here, lead in with the edge, you're going to make contact slightly on the inside of the hand, and then your racket's going to continue out to the wristwatch position. Don't have a Topspin Pro? No problem. You can get one, by the way, through my affiliate link in the description. I only sell things which I like, by the way. That's a great training aid. OTI, a fantastic resource. But you can also just use your hand. Put the racket on the inside of the hand, press it against there, try not to be under the ball, try to be on the back of the ball, and then just roll it off in the direction of the box if you can, and that'll help give you a feeling for getting rotation and compression over your head, pushing it through your hand like that. Okay, for this next drill, I want you at the service line, down on your knees. You can use a towel if you want to be a little more comfortable. The reason we're at the service line is I want you to start so deep in this progression because this is the position I guarantee a lot of you watching this aren't getting into when you try to hit hard spin serves. The reason we're up here is because you're not going to get the benefit of all that momentum from your throwing motion, so you shouldn't be able to hit it very hard. You could choke up on it, make it even easier, make sure you're on that continental grip. And then the reason we're on our knees is so that we still feel like we have to hit up over the net. And you're just going to try to practice doing what we've been talking about from here. striking the ball as the arm is straightening and turning, contact on the inside of the hand while you still have some room to brush up the ball. And just practice your out wide serves from your knees right here. Anyways, let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about any of this stuff. And please, I'm on my knees begging you, like the video, subscribe. See you next time.